Hello my fellow yarn lovers and crafty people, welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Stine and today I am again sitting here with my tea, which is an Earl Grey tea with a hint of bergamot and lemon. And today is going to be a yarn talk video. So the thing is, a lot of things has happened since my last update, so it's time to update you about the last few things. So, first of all, I actually finished the bolero here, which means that a tutorial is in progress of being finished. I just need to edit all the video materials, and I basically just right now are crossing my fingers that I got all the clips needed to explain you in my best way possible how you create the lovely bolero, which you have also seen in a different version, which is basically made with the carnival yarns from Hobbii. This is made with a different yarn, so this is just a plain, more neutral bolero, which can be used for a bit of everything. So this is a nice stitch, which is basically just chain stitches and double crochets all the way through, and it's crocheted in the round from the very start to beginning, and there is no place where you need to sew together pieces or anything like that. The only thing you need to do is sew in the ends when you change yarn, because, well, of course, unless you actually do have a skein that's long enough to suit your needs. So stay tuned for this tutorial. I'm going to be working hard on editing it. I don't know when I'll be releasing it, but I hope within the next week or so. That is, I hope that I have everything recorded that I need for it. So next to that, last week I finally received my new Prem crochet hooks. So I ordered the set, which is basically, they come like this. So it's a set of 5 in each. And the first set here is 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, and 6 millimeter hooks. They are ergonomic. And the second batch is the larger hooks, which is basically 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12 millimeters. So honestly, I know I'd said in the last yarn talk video that I hoped that I could use these Prem hooks for my summer top project, because I find the current Supersoft yarn splitty. But of course, I think I was a bit optimistic, because I'm using a hook 5.5 millimeters for the summer top. And the Prem doesn't come in a 5.5 millimeter, they come in 5 or 6. And since I had already begun, I did not take the gamble of changing or trying out another hook. I do have to admit, like now when I've been crocheting a bit more with the current Supersoft, I still find the yarn somewhat splitty, but it does split a bit less on me, and I seem to control it a bit more. So I don't know if it's just me needing to get used to this type of yarn. Still, I'm very keen to hear what your experience is with the current Supersoft, and if you find it splitty or if not. And if you don't, what are you doing to not make it split? But I'll show you the current progress of the summer top, which is absolutely progressing nicely and well. And I've started taking out here for the sleeve. So basically that you're extending the pattern that you're crocheting, and adding some stuff here for the sleeve. So they do have some short sleeves, so they're not that, so it's not a direct tank top, but it's also not long or big sleeves or anything like that. It's just like it's hinted sleeves. I will put a link to the tutorial for this summer top below. The tutorial is made in a more like light yellow, where I've chosen to make mine in this mango color. I will be wearing as a tank top underneath, like a thin tank top, because it is an airy pattern and you should not let the world see everything, I guess. So yeah, so it's progressing well. I'm missing about, I think, 15 to 16 centimeters on the end, which is basically like this top part where you will have to join the shoulders. And then the back piece, you need to make an exact copy of the front piece, or you can also say opposite, like you have the back piece made, you need to make an exact copy so you have the front piece. And once that's made, they basically just needs to be sewn together, and you have a summer top. So the positive thing is right now that I've actually I've not yet used a complete skein of yarn. So I do believe that I will have yarn left once I'm done with the summer top, compared to what's estimated in the pattern. So that's, yeah, I'm looking forward to be able to show you this. And I can imagine that I'm probably gonna finish it up reasonably soon, because it's actually pretty quick to crochet once you get going and once you get the pattern under your knees. So there is that. Cheers. So this weekend, I just came home from a weekend trip, which I told you that I would be taking also, I think maybe in the last Yarn Talk video. And I did actually bring my baby blanket to continue crocheting on it. It's not finished yet because it does take, to be honest, quite some time to get all this done. But we are about size-wise halfway through. I just need to do another half or so. Another half or so, which is basically another 35-40 centimeters, to be able to finish this baby blanket. And then it will be perfect size, I personally believe, as a blanket for like a baby wagon, or I'm not sure how you would say this in English, but it's like this carry-on thing. You can have them in the baby wagons, but you can also like bring them in everywhere where you can have like your babies in. It's basically like a carry-on bed for wherever you go, for transportation. But yeah, so that's progressing well. I do not believe I'll be finished with this in July, because I tend to crochet on it when I'm watching television with my partner, or when I do other things where I do not need to necessarily be able to focus on where I am pattern wise, because this is just back and forth as previously mentioned. That said, I have not really progressed much on my Vary shawl. It might just still appear the same for many of you. The reason here is that I found a mistake, so I had to flog, I think 3 rows. And once I had done that flogging, the only work I've really done is basically recreate what I flogged, but correctly, so that the pattern would fit again. Again, it just proves that for these more pattern intense crocheting pieces, I just do need to pay attention to get my counts right. So basically I need to make sure that I make the correct amount of stitches, that I don't miss any and so on, because when you do this in a pattern as specific as this, you will end up needing to flog it, or you will end up, it's not going to be symmetrical, so to say. So, and I guess I do have a little OCD. I like when it's perfect. But that said, I still very much love the drape this yarn gives. It's the Cotton Kings Sultan yarn. It gives a great, beautiful draping. And it does really have a great and wonderful gradient as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. And therefore, of course, I can't wait to finish it. I might need to spend a little bit more effort into finishing this when it's finished. Time will show. Again, everything depends on time. And as you see, I do have a lot of running and ongoing projects, which I just I guess I can't really help it. A part of it also, one asked me like how I can be busy with so many things. Why not finish in item for item? The reason I am is basically because when you record and video record your progress on specific items, especially when you have to make tutorials for them, you're also sometimes forced to work in a schedule where you have time to do the recordings and not necessarily when you have time to crochet. And therefore I crochet on the other pieces when I have time but don't necessarily have time to record it. So that's kind of how I'm trying to schedule my time the best possible, because next to this crocheting, I do currently work full time and I have other things to go on as well in my private life, of course, like everyone else. I do have a sneak peek of a new project I'm going to show you, but I'm not yet going to tell you what I will be making. I will leave that as a surprise for a future yarn talk video. So the first piece is basically just a circle, and as you can see, it does have some beautiful colors. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell you yet what this circle is gonna be, but what I can tell you is the yarn I'm using for it. I am using ice yarns, and this is the Ice Yarns Universe. Universe is it's a medium weight, so it's classified a 4 medium, which is like a 4. I use a 4.5 millimeter hook for this project right now. So it's between 4 millimeter and 5 millimeter hook, depending on your project. This is a 19% wool, 11% acrylic, and 70% polyamide. It is very, very soft, and as you can see, it does have a slight bit of a halo. And yeah, it's washable at 30 degrees. And yeah, it's basically universe. So they do have several colors of these. You can get them as plain colors. You can get them as a bit like this, where it's more like variegated. And let's see if we can get strand out. And this is kind of the yarn we're working with. It's working up brilliantly. I'm actually using the Prem hooks for this. And they do lay very nicely in the hand. So this means, of course, that I will also hopefully, within a reasonable time, come with my review on these Prem hooks, how they are to crochet with, etc., etc. Of course, if there is anything specific you would like to know about these Prem hooks, leave a comment down below, because then I can take this into consideration when I'm making the review, because like if you have questions or anything like that, I'm happy to answer them, of course. Let's see, do I have anything else before we end this video? I'm not sure right now. Yeah, basically, if you have any questions, please ask. I'm happy to answer them. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to my videos, because then you will get notified if you ring the little bell when I release new videos. And yeah, I have 2 yarn orders also eventually coming in within the next week or 2. So there will be some more yarn hauls coming up soon. And yeah, of course, stay tuned for my Bolero tutorial on the Barbara Bolero. I will wish you all a happy and crafty week. And of course, don't forget to enter my giveaway, which ends on Wednesday. So in about 1.5 days from now. So you still have a little bit of time to enter my giveaway, which has some ombre yarn, which is a nice, lovely cake. It has some ice yarns in it as well. So yeah, enter if you're interested in this yarn. More giveaways will also be coming up. So yeah, plenty of things to come this summer. And yeah, that was it. Bye.